Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early January 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cancerians as we enter a new year. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic. Let's see what's happening here in early January 2024. Yes, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll do the full reading itself, and at the very end I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cancer as we start this fresh new year. What's going on, my guides? Talk to me. What's going on with the Cancerians? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so this is definitely somebody taking a walk down memory lane here with this card. Obviously not bad energy here, and you see the imagery there. There's a lot of communication, there's a lot of thought, there's a lot of thinking. So it feels like there's a lot of depth in this very first card, and we'll go through it in a moment. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So you see a few different things here. We see that woman in the blue dress. She has her eyes closed. There's like a dolly there. She's holding a locket that we would think has a picture in it. There's notes and letters, all sorts of stuff happening here. So mainly this always makes me think of like the Six of Cups, a card of history, a card of the past. Now that's a very common thing to happen in this time of year. Like we're starting a new year, we might think about the one that's just passed or years past. So if that's not you, there's someone you're connected to that is really in that mode. They're thinking on memories, right? It's like memories, memories, memories. But a big thing with this card, with the notes, is communication and speaking. Whether you're wanting to communicate with someone, maybe someone wants to talk to you, right? There's a big importance around it. So if cards of communication and cards of the past show up within the whole reading itself, it's really going to shine some extra importance on those aspects. Now, another thing with this card, it is also dreamy. I did say there's a lot of emotional depth in this card that I'm absolutely feeling here. So everyone knows water signs feel things on a very deep level. So just know in the coming days and weeks, that could be heightened in this time. You might be extra sentimental, but we're just going to put her down right over there. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's see what we have for you. Get you 3 cards in the upright before we get the intuitive juiciness going. So let's shuffle it up one time for the Cancerians and see what's happening in early January, please. And while we do, let's talk about last week's reading. Very positive energy moving towards you. And the reading was titled A Serious Win. And the reason it was titled that was like for a lot of Cancerians, a situation you take very seriously, or it just felt really good that a lot of victories and wins could come in. And I always say wins and victories come in all different shapes and sizes. But Spirit could have been nudging you to take something a little more seriously as well. So let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you. Because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. You know how tarot goes. Let's get these first 3 cards out. What's happening with my Cancerians, please? Guys and Spirit team, what do we have? Thank you. Very confident, beautiful, sexy type of energy leading us off here. We have the Queen of Wands. Lovely. And as I was saying a little earlier about that inner intensity, now we have a Queen showing up, which does tie in with that. Let's get a couple more. Beautiful, confident. King of Wands, okay. Lots of fire energy here for you, my friends. Look at that King and Queen chilling right there. That is very rare to have a King and Queen come out right next to each other. Let's get you one more. So partnerships could be extra important in this time, that's for sure. Let's get one more here. Thank you. Oh, Ace of Cups. Wow. All right, Cancer. So once again, as I was saying very early on, we have that very strong emotional intensity that I was feeling right off the rip, and I'm still feeling it here as we look at the main part of the spread. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, you see the elements that we're dealing with here. We have double court cards, both of the fire suit. We have the Queen, we have the King. Then we also have an Ace here, a very good positive one as well. So there's a lot of things we could be looking at whether it's your circle of influence, the people around you, your connections. We also have this deep emotional card here on the back end, which could be opportunities or offers. So let's go through one piece. We'll go through them piece by piece, and we'll get into the intuitive stuff. In position number one, let's build this story. The Queen of Wands. Now, I always say kings represent control of their suit. Queens, they represent inner expression. So when I see this Queen of Wands, if you're not connected to a fire sign, or even multiple fire signs at that, this is a huge card of confidence. Now, with both of these cards, they're entrepreneurial. They're channeling their energy into a positive direction. So you might be doing that right now, especially with the Queen of Wands. It's a good internal feeling. Like I said, it's beautiful, it's sexy, it's confident. So if that's not something dealing with your self-confidence showing up here right up front, maybe this is how someone's looking at you, right? You might have someone's eye here with this Queen of Wands. It's a beautiful energy. But as I say with every single card, there's positives and the challenge. A challenge of both of these cards, I could say, is there's an unpredictability there. With both of these cards, it could be very spontaneous. It could be someone that just does things and there's no rhyme or reason to why they do it. So it's like extremely spontaneous. But once again, this could be fire signs. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius showing up right here in the front and in the center. So we're going to put the Queen down right here. And of course, both of the cards could, in its challenge form, represent someone that's either losing confidence or feels crappy about themselves. So we'll see when we get further along. Moving to the center, we have the King of Wands. So once again, we have the inner expression. Now we have the controlled expression of the wand suit. So whereas, yes, they are a little spontaneous, very fired up type of energy, extremely motivated type of energy, this king is directing the energy. This king is the master of directing its energy where it needs to go. Not wasting your energy on frivolous things, putting your energy towards good things, wholesome things, or things that will elevate you is a big thing when we have this King of Wands. Very, very entrepreneurial, both of these front end cards. So I would say this is really nice energy to show up here in the front end of your reading. The King of Wands could sometimes be someone that's a little too controlling. That's something we need to watch out for. But as I was mentioning earlier in the reading, the fact that we have the King and Queen right next to each other, this could speak to partnerships, people that you're connected to, your close circle of influence with these cards, soul ties, soul connections, all of that stuff could really be at play here. So we'll see when we go deeper. On the back end, this card I find very intriguing indeed. We have the Ace of Cups, beautiful. So especially in a water sign reading, this is a really nice card to show up, especially with these two front end ones. All aces are opportunities. All aces could represent offers. The Ace of Cups could just represent love in general. So when we have like the King and the Queen and the Ace of Cups, there's a very strong emotional bond here that's showing up in this week's spread. And this is pure love. Now, in my simplistic style of reading, the Ace of Cups, when we clarified, it could tell us how one is feeling, like where someone's emotional state is. Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they down in the dumps? Are they feeling blue? Are they over the moon? It all really depends here. But once again, there could be offers coming in or opportunities that we really want to take a look at. Pardon me. When this card goes in reverse, the challenge of this Ace of Cups could be someone that's emotionally erratic as well. So you see with all these cards, there's a lot of really good possibilities. But at the same time, there's like some unpredictability that I'm picking up here, and it's powerful emotions here that I'm feeling. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Cancer. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. See what's happening. My gods, talk to me. What's up with Cancer? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Queen of Wands here. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Cancer, you drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Queen of Wands time. What's this confidence about? Why is this Queen in the mix? Quick, beautiful, wow. All right, we got the Wheel of Fortune. A lot of you, I would say in this time, you could have a huge confidence boost in something. This is somebody who is feeling very lively, For a portion of you, if you've been down in the dumps in recent times, or you've been feeling skeptical or not confident or whatever it might be, the fact that we have the Wheel of Fortune underneath the Queen of Wands tells me that someone's going to be feeling very, very good suddenly. Like this is a winter victory that could come in like really suddenly, really quickly and unexpectedly. Remember, there's this unpredictable aspect that we've been having in this whole entire reading. The Wheel of Fortune is my 4-leaf clover in the tarot deck. Whenever I see it, I think luck turning on someone, like towards somebody's side. Of course, it could be karmic. Of course, it could represent change and shift. And generally, it is a very sudden movement when we have the Wheel of Fortune. But generally, I see this as a beautiful card and energy. So under a card like this Queen of Wands, like it might be your lucky day coming up, or you might have multiple lucky days in the coming days and weeks. And I really like that. Especially just things improving suddenly or getting better suddenly. It's just a really nice energy I'm feeling off this front end. Now, we'll see as we move forward to the King and to the Ace of Cups how this is all going to continue to present itself. But for a lot of you, especially in close interpersonal connections and relationships, this is very, very good energy for us to lead off with. So once again, we could have those wins and victories in that realm as well. So let's keep moving over to the King. I don't feel like we need to overcomplicate the message. Just beautiful energy so far from front to back. So 2 more cards to go. 3 actually, if you count the shadow card. So let's see what's up with that King of Wands. Why is the King here for Cancer, please? Really want to get over to that Ace of Cups as well. But why is the King? Thank you. Okay, yeah, so someone might not be feeling as good, right? So we're seeing 2 different people here for sure. For a lot of you, where like one is feeling like, okay, I could work with this, I could deal with this. The other one, not so much. The fire-air combination here, I would say watch out for people acting a little outside of themselves in this time. Okay, there might be someone you're connected to where they might just be acting a little abnormal. Okay, and I'm not saying that like to be scary or anything like that, but just watch out. There could be certain individuals in your circle where it's like, oh, they're acting a little weird or something's a little off. Are you hiding something? Like it's giving me that vibe here, Cancer. 3 of Swords. This is a card that generally represents heartbreak. It represents pain. So there could be somebody acting out. Like if somebody is feeling a certain way, if they're feeling disgruntled, whether they're feeling angry or mad. Because remember, we have the air, we have the fire. This one is very happy and very pleased. This one, not so much. Okay. So I don't feel like these are the same individual. One person might be going with the flow, going with the punches. The other one could be a little disgruntled, so just watch out. I feel like those are the main messages here. The explosive energy is in the mix, but one person is taking things way better than the other. That's just a big vibe. Okay, so we're just going to leave it as it is. We're going to move over to the Ace of Cups because I feel like that's going to change the whole complexion of the reading when we get to that Ace of Cups. Okay, but if somebody around you is just acting a little off or a little odd, okay, something's happened that has them like, it's kind of like when somebody is feeling pain and they like take it out on the world around them. You ever know those type of people? That's the energy I'm picking up in the middle. So let's go in on that Ace of Cups. And it's like that prototypical, one is feeling good, one's feeling rough. And it's like that yin yang of energy. So let's see why that Ace of Cups is here. We'll really tie it in. We'll do the recap before the shadow card. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that 3 of Swords to be there, to be honest with you. Thank you. Okay, good, beautiful. Yeah, there's a big offer coming in here, my friends, and we have this completion right here on the back end. We have the 10 of Pentacles in the upright underneath this Ace of Cups. Absolutely beautiful. Throughout your whole entire spread, we got no reversals in the clarifiers, which is huge type of energy. Now, the 10 of Pentacles, that's everything. Notice, I've been speaking about how all the elements play off of each other, like the fire, air. Now we have water and earth. There's so much potential here. The 10 of Pentacles is level up type of energy. It's wish fulfillment. Aces are 1s. 10s represent the close. So we're seeing like a big journey here. There's an energy of somebody that wants to go the distance with something. But the main vibe I'm picking up with this offer, this opportunity, it might just be extremely tempting or surprising. Like, wow. Like, all right, that's a big, all right, I can't refuse you. Like, that's such a good opportunity or offer. Now, as I always say, when it comes to opportunities and offers, it's really up to you if you're going to take it or not, right? When things present themselves, if you don't want to take it, it'll wither on the vine. It's limited time only type of energy. So when I see this 10 of Pentacles, it is an offer coming in that has really good possibilities behind it. Now, is it coming from this place of confidence and happiness and forward momentum, pardon me, possibly? Is it coming from a place of pain? Who knows? But this energy on the back end wants to ride something out. Like, all right, we'll make it work. We'll make it happen. It's like giving me that vibe. Huge, right? And I really, really love the possibilities right here on the back end. Let's go through and do a quick little recap here, Cancer. I would say, like, sandwiched are really good positive possibilities and energies all over the place. But if you kindly look in the box before we get into the shadow card, position number 1, and I just need to point out the fact that we have the king and queen. Partnerships are very big in this time, soul connection, soul ties. But we have the Queen of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. If you're not connected to a fire sign, this could speak to your self-confidence. So for a lot of Cancerians, you could be having a confidence boost. Whether you're having a confidence boost in a personal relationship or within yourself, it feels really good. It's like a change for the better, where someone feels like they're walking on cloud 9, or they're just feeling rejuvenated in some sort of way. Could be a big winter victory coming in here very suddenly or unexpectedly. On to the back end here, and it could be tied in with this opportunity or offer on the back end. We have the King of Wands and the Three of Swords in upright in the center. That energy isn't quite as optimistic as the one we have on the front end, where this one's like, yeah, we're good, everything's fine. This one in the center is in their feels in a big way. So it could be someone that is a little heartbroken, maybe a little mad, a little angry or upset. Maybe these energies need to work together to push for this possible outcome on the back end, because they're in different spaces right now, but that still doesn't sever the deep tie that I've been picking up since the beginning. But someone's in the feels in the center, I'll just say that, and could be acting unpredictable, or in a way it's like, something's off with this person. Moving to the back end, we have the Ace of Cups with the 10 of Pentacles in the upright. The beautiful journey, beginning, ending, completion. It's everything. Someone making a huge offer or giving you an opportunity of some kind, and it could come out of nowhere, especially with the wheel in the front end, so it could be a surprising one. I'm really loving this energy on the back, because it tells me that someone's intentions are good. So please, if you want to look into this further, please do. Take a screenshot. Let's get you a shadow card now. Really like your reading this week. So let's see what's happening with the Cancerians here. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for my friends? And yes, I always like to end every reading off with one shadow card. I feel like it's a nice thing to do. Okay, whether it's something within you or whether it's something you don't quite see. A shadow card does not always have to be a challenge. So let's see what we have for you. What's in the shadows for Cancer? Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel and my mission, and I appreciate all of my channel members. I really do. Obviously, no pressure. Okay, there it is. Thank you. Yeah, so we have Emperor energy, which is very similar to the King of Wands that we have here in the center. The Emperor could represent an Aries that you have a connection with, but surprise, surprise, more fire sign type of energy. So what do we think about with the Emperor? Yes, it could be father figures. It could also represent authority figures showing up here. So how you respond to authority or something with a father figure in your life. But the Emperor to me is a big card of control. Entrepreneurial, just like the King of Wands. Yes, this is a shot caller type of energy. So this could be Spirit saying several different things. If that's not any of the stuff I just explained, Spirit could be asking you to step up, take control, and take the reins. This is your ship now, right? So this is a good type of energy in one sense, but in the other hand, this card could represent someone that's a little too controlling, right? It's good to control the ship, but you don't want to micromanage. So in this time, watch out for any overly controlling individuals when this card is here. So yeah, Cancer, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Very good reading. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the January subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the December subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced on New Year's Day, January 1st. But for the January subscriber surprise, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. Once again, it's one of my favorite new decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, in the year 2024, what is one of your biggest goals that you were shooting for? If you don't have one, maybe take a second to think about it. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of January, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.